Hey everybody, it's me, Jill, and welcome to Jill Informed. We are continuing with the Season 1 series, Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 1, Episode 9, 50 Cents. Cents like S-E-N-S-E. Not sure what that means, but I feel like they've been picking on 50 Cent for a long time now. This episode opens up with Giselle and Robin. They're at a restaurant having lunch together, and basically Giselle is inserting herself in Robin and Juan's relationship. Giselle thinks there's a problem, something needs to be worked out, something needs to be fixed, and she is just the woman for the job. Basically, this is just more of what we got Episode 1, where Giselle would like Robin to define her relationship with Juan. They're divorced, yet they live in the same house together with their children. They sleep in the same bed. They have sex. I mean, it is unconventional, but if it works for them, I really don't think it's any of Giselle's business. But Giselle is, of course, very concerned. So she, again, would like Robin to clarify what's going on here with this relationship. Robin, as we know, is very guarded. She was hurt. It's very difficult for her to be vulnerable again. But she is open to the possibility. In Giselle's confessional, she said, "I don't understand this relationship with Robin and Juan. I would never entertain the possibility of getting back together with Jamal. Or this sleeping together in the same bed thing that Robin and Juan are doing. No, that is not for Giselle." So back at the table, Giselle is grilling her and she's like, "Well, so are you getting married again?" And Robin said, "Why do we have to get married, Giselle?" "Well, it's important to your kids." And Robin goes, "They already think we're married." And Giselle goes, "Okay, then it's important to stop lying to your kids." Next, we are at Katie's house, or Andrew's house, I don't know. And one of her friends comes over. This is a friend that does a lot of charity events with her. And really, this is just an opportunity for Katie to bitch and moan and complain about the other housewives to a third party. But of course, she opens the conversation with how she wants to get married to Andrew, and Andrew is not quite ready yet. But Katie thinks he'll be ready soon because he's been playing a lot of golf lately, and married men play a lot of golf. Okay. You just tell yourself whatever you need to, Katie. Then Katie goes in on Karen, and she is trashing her O gala. I don't even know what O stands for, and it was hardly a gala. Just on and on. Somebody needs to tell Katie that Ray wanted her to make it small. This is honoring his mother who passed away a year ago. He said he and his siblings were still raw, and he asked her if she would please tone it down. She did. That's what you saw, Katie, so you really need to stop trashing it. We cut over to Karen's house where she and Ray are having a conversation about Raven leaving for college and that they're going to be empty nesters now. And Ray, what will just the two of us do? I think you've got some ideas, huh, Ray? Oh, I don't want to think about Ray's ideas with Karen. I'm sorry. I actually really like Ray. I just don't want to visualize him having sex with Karen. Anyway, Ray brings up the gala, and I think it went well. But at the end there, what were you all talking about? You guys remember last week when Ashley told all the ladies that Karen doesn't want any of us around Raven? And then Karen set her straight by telling her, "No, dear. It's just you I don't want around Raven, specifically." Yeah. So she said, "Ray, I don't know. Ashley was opening her mouth again. I can't help that girl." Then she tells him, Shaka just about came out. Apparently, Shaka is Karen's alter ego. And then in her confessional, she tells us, "This may be beautiful and glamorous, but Shaka will slap the shit out of you." Okay, back to Katie and her friend. Katie has seamlessly moved on to trashing Giselle now. Wow, she has a lot to say. I mean, and she did not skip a beat. One of the things is that she doesn't understand why Giselle brings up race all the time. That's something Katie cannot understand. In Katie's confessional, she said, I do think there's good in Giselle. I think she dresses like a prostitute sometimes, and she can be a little bitchy. But other than that, she's a lovely person. Hey, Katie, guess who else can be a little bitchy sometimes? We have a little scene with Ashley and her mom. If you guys remember, her mom is going through bankruptcy and she doesn't want to accept any help from Ashley. Well, now we find out a little bit about what that bankruptcy is. Although it's still confusing to me because all Ashley says is, my mother bought a house that was contaminated. Contaminated? With what? I mean, like some sort of infestation? Did termites damage the foundation? Was there mold? I mean, I'm not exactly sure. All she said was she bought a house that was contaminated. She did sue the sellers and she won that lawsuit, but the money that she won is not enough to make the repairs or fix the house to where it needs to be. So she's underwater and had to file for bankruptcy. So Ashley comes and takes her out to lunch, and she tells her that Michael and I were talking about it and we're going to get you a new house. And it was sweet, because her mom gets very teary-eyed and she said, I don't ever want to be a burden to you, Ashley. And she said, you're not. You took care of me. I want to take care of you. We have the means to do that. We're fortunate. So let us do it. And I guess she's going to. So that was kind of a sweet scene. Now we check in with Charisse, and she is turning 50 and she's going to have a big birthday party for herself. It's going to be at the Carnegie Library. She's got an event planner helping her, and she has invited Katie over to her house to help her with the photo shoot because Katie used to be a model. I don't know how much help Katie is. I mean, she's giving her different poses to do. I guess Charisse does a photo shoot like with herself and the kids every year for her birthday. Maybe she didn't say that. I don't know. Maybe it's just for the big party. Not clear. But Katie, at one point, Katie tells her to pop her eyes, and Charisse goes, how? What do you mean? Katie goes, make it pop. I use math problems because I'm not very good at math, so I just think to myself, 7 plus 7. What is that? Is that a good look for a photo shoot? Katie was a model, right? Oh, that was the funniest part about that whole scene. Now we are back over at Karen Huger's house, and it is the day of the barbecue. Did I mention that before? They're having a little goodbye barbecue for Raven. And she gets a phone call, and it's the balloon store telling her someone was supposed to be here at 9:30 to pick up your order. And she goes, oh, I'm sorry. We'll be there in 20 minutes. Ray, poor Ray, out attending the grill. And she's like, Ray, you didn't pick up the balloons. And he's like, oh, yeah, I forgot. So she sends him off to go pick up the balloons. And no sooner does he leave the driveway, the doorbell rings, and it's Wanda, the bartender. Well, Karen knows nothing about a bartender. She's like, hi, and you're here, why? I'm the bartender, Wanda says. And Karen goes, did my husband hire a bartender? For what? Is there a bar? She knows nothing about it. She's like, excuse me while I call my husband. Now poor Ray, who's halfway to the balloon store, Karen calls him and she said, did you hire a bartender? And he said, yes, sorry, I did. And she's like, okay. She's like, all right, Wanda, thank you. Just had to check. So I don't know where she sends her. But Karen is just having a day, let me tell you. She needs to go to her room and relax for a minute. When Ray gets back, he comes in the bedroom and he apologizes to her and he's very sweet. And she's like, Okay, Raymond, I understand, but you need to tell me from now on. Now the party's going on. It's nice, the barbecue. Her son, Brandon, is there, and he's 24, and that is her son from a previous marriage. Did not know that until just now. But Brandon gives a nice little speech for his sister, and Raven is she's sweet and adorable. She tells Karen that, she's going to miss her, and then Karen, it turns into a blubbery mess. It's sweet. Now we have a scene at Giselle's house with her 3 daughters, my favorite characters of the whole series. And she's like talking to them about dating. And she's like, well, how would you feel about me dating? And Grace goes, are you on Match.com? And she goes, no, I just eHarmony. And Giselle goes, no, I'm just saying in general, would you feel if I started dating? Would you guys be okay with that? And they are more than ready. In fact, they're going, boyfriend. Then the doorbell rings and one of the twins goes, is that your boyfriend? It was not. It was Charisse. Giselle is now grilling Charisse on her relationship. She said, is Eddie coming to your birthday party? And she said, no, I don't think so. But she said she's okay with it. And Giselle asked her, if he's not there, is he still going to pay for it? Giselle, it's none of your business, number one. Number two, oh my God, the questions she asks people are so invasive, which is kind of why I love her, but Charisse said, he wouldn't tell me I couldn't have a party. But I did ask Andre, who's her event planner, with everything that we want to do, what are we looking at? And he said 80. Giselle, $1,000? Yeah. You guys, $80,000 for a party? No. You have too much money if you're spending $80,000 on a birthday party. All right, then there's a little scene with Robin and Juan having lunch together. Robin said that this is one of the few times that they're alone without the kids, but she needs to talk to him about their future. Because if he gets that job out of state, she really doesn't know if she's going to up and move with him or what they're going to do. He wants to be there for the kids. He wants to be a good dad for the kids, and he wants to be present. But, they're not married. So it does seem a little bit weird for her to up and leave and move to another state. So anyway, they're going to talk about that. Well, that's a very short conversation because Juan did not get that job. Yeah, he just said, well, I'm going to be staying in Maryland. And I hope that, there will be other opportunities that come my way. She says she believes in him. He wants to be a head coach. That's the thing. But the path to get there, I guess, is very difficult. You have to start at the bottom. And so, yeah. Anyway, long story short, he's not moving. So they don't have to make any decisions right now. Okay, now it is Charisse's party. That venue is really cool. At first I was thinking library, but it's almost looks like a museum from the outside. It's a really neat building. Katie and Andrew arrive early and I don't know if it's early, but they're the first of the housewives to get there. And they're talking to Charisse, and Katie was talking about how beautiful the place is and that Karen Huger should go around taking notes because this is how you put on a gala or a big event. So she's complimenting Charisse on how beautiful everything is. And Charisse said, oh, I know, it looks like a wedding could be happening here, huh? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. And Katie goes, yeah, Andrew, it does look like it could be a wedding. No pressure. I just want to get married now. And she's kind of laughing, but we all know she's not kidding, so it isn't funny. And then Andrew, of course, has to, well, maybe later, whatever. All right, all the housewives are there now. The party's in full swing. Everyone, well, not Eddie. Eddie did not show up, but I don't think she really expected him to. But she's having a good time anyway. Ashley sees Robin and Giselle. She goes over to them, and she's like, I'm really baffled about why I became the bad guy in this whole situation. Karen's the one that said she didn't want us around her daughter. Giselle said, well, Karen said you lied about that, so that's why. She said it, and she goes, she said it about you, that she didn't want you around her daughter, not all of us. Ashley goes, I thought she said it about all of us. And they both go, did you? Or did you just not want to be singled out? And she goes, oh, well, yeah, I mean, maybe that was it. In Giselle's confessional, she goes, Ashley's a bit of a dum-dum. I can't trust anything that comes out of that little bitty mouth. I love her so much, you guys. The best thing about this franchise to me is Giselle and Karen. I'm so glad I know these two women now. So now Giselle goes over to Karen and she tells her that Ashley wants to talk to her, and Karen's like, no, that's not going to happen. I'm not doing that here at this party. This is Charisse's birthday. I'm not interested. So Giselle reports that back to Ashley, and Ashley's like, I don't care. I'm going to go talk to her anyway. And she said, I'm just telling you, it is not the right time. And Ashley said, I don't care. I'm going to go talk to her, and if she doesn't want to talk to me, that's fine, but I'm going to go over there. So she does, and surprise, surprise, Karen does not want to talk to her. She basically tells her what she told Giselle. This is Charisse's party. We're not doing this here. I'm not interested. And she walks away. In Karen's confessional, she said, I have tried everything to help this girl. It's clear she does not belong in this world. Sorry, she doesn't belong in this world. She belongs like at a zoo, petting animals. So, bye, Ashley girl. Go pet a panda. That was so weird. That was so weird, but it was funny. Okay, now Charisse's daughter, who does look like a mini Charisse, she gives a little speech, some nice things about her mom being the best mom ever and all that. It's very sweet. And then Charisse gets up and raps. I guess it's Shasha came back to life after many, many years when Charisse was in school, I guess. She too had an alter ego, Shasha. And so she dusted off some old rap lyrics, and it was a little rough. She didn't remember a lot of it. Some of it felt like it was inappropriate in mixed company, but you know what? She was having fun, and it's her birthday, so I guess that's all that matters. And now the dancing begins. And along with the dancing comes some butt grabbing by Michael to Andrew. Michael, of all people, I don't care that you grabbed another guy's butt. Why did it have to be Andrew's? Andrew has probably the one butt in the entire room that I wouldn't grab. Anyway, in Giselle's confessional, she said, obviously, Crocodile Dundee had 4 drinks too many. Michael was on the dance floor, very excited, to the point where he decided to grab Andrew's butt. Not Ashley's butt, not Katie's butt, not even my butt. Andrew's butt. And then she goes, whew, I did not need to see that. Okay, so Robin and Giselle decide to confront Ashley. Poor Ashley. She didn't grab Andrew's butt. It's not her fault that her husband did it. But boy, they like to give her a hard time. Katie is there too, and Katie and Ashley just laugh it off as he's just goofing around. Giselle goes, well, most straight guys don't like another guy grabbing their butt. So Robin goes, yeah, is that like a white guy thing? Okay, so this just starts a whole big thing between Katie and Giselle and Robin. I don't even think Ashley's involved in it that much. Katie takes offense at the fact that Robin had to bring race into it at all. She's like, what does race have to do with a guy grabbing a guy's butt? Robin's just like, I don't know. I deal with black guys. Those two are with white guys, so maybe they would know. I don't know. So Ashley goes, well, I'm biracial. You're biracial too. And Robin goes, I am not biracial. Katie, you need to get your genealogy checked because you don't get that blonde hair and green eyes if you're straight out of Africa. Oh. First of all, does anybody think that blonde hair is real? I just assumed she colored it, but maybe not. So Katie, being biracial herself, doesn't like that she thinks it seems like Robin is acting like being biracial is a bad thing. In Giselle's confessional, she said, Katie doesn't know what she's talking about. Calling me biracial isn't offensive. It's just wrong and stupid. So at this point, Katie just takes off. She's like, I just think this is a really dumb thing to fight about. I'm going to go enjoy the party. Ashley's trying to tell them that it doesn't bother her. My man comes home and he has sex with me and he loves me and he gives it to me good. So if he grabs another man's butt in a joking manner, it has nothing to do with his sexuality. Oh my God, you guys. Okay, so now Ashley goes to find Michael. He's talking to some guy. And when Ashley approaches, Michael says, look at how big he is, 6'3". Ashley goes, yeah, he's a big guy. Can I talk to you about something for a second? Michael, still staring at this man. Do you work out? And the guy goes, yeah. And he goes, yeah, you look like it. Nice to meet you, Thomas. Oh, no. That was not good. That whole exchange after the butt grabbing, not good. Also, now that Ashley has Michael's attention, she tells him, Giselle and Robin came up to me and they said they saw you grab Andrew's butt. And she's about to say, I know you did it playfully, it's no big deal. But right away, Michael goes, I did not. He's like denying the whole thing instead of saying, I was kidding. He's like, I know I didn't. Like, if my husband did that, like he's denying he was caught in something, that's a bit of a red flag. Just saying. Ashley's like, oh, well, I mean, it's not a big deal. That's what Giselle and Robin said. And then Michael calms down when he sees that Ashley's not mad. And he goes, yeah, I might have brushed it. Here's the thing. It isn't just Giselle and Robin's word. Andrew, at the time, said, Michael just grabbed my butt. You could see it on the screen that Andrew said it when it happened. He didn't say Michael accidentally brushed his hand across my butt. He said grabbed. But anyway, now Michael just tells Ashley, well, that's just crazy because he loves her so much and she's smart and she's beautiful and he's so lucky to have her that it's almost making him teary-eyed. I mean, it's not great. Anyway, Giselle and Robin are leaving, so out front they're talking and Cal... Oh, I think I forgot to say that Giselle came with her hairdresser friend, Cal. Anyway, the three of them are outside, and Giselle said, do I think Michael enjoyed touching Andrew's butt? I do. Oh, God, that was funny. And that is the end of this episode. You guys, next week is the finale already. There were only 10 episodes. So this went by super, super fast. I can't wait for the finale because it looks good. I think Giselle is going to have a big lunch where all the ladies are together. So I can't imagine what that's going to be like. But I am looking forward to it. I hope you guys are too. I hope you join me back here next Monday. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a like, and leave a comment. You know, all the things. I can't wait to hear what you guys thought about this episode. All right, I'll see you next week. Bye.